What is up, everybody? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. We're going to be doing the disassembly and maintenance on my Tempest Downdraft. Let's jump into it. No face camera today, guys. We're just going to be straight jumping into the disassembly. I just want to be able to focus on this and for you guys to have full access to the surface here in case you have any questions and you can see everything. T8 hardware linked down in the description below should you need that. That is titanium. That is got to be some type of steel. I just don't know. Those magnets are not strong enough to pick it up, and I don't have my strong magnets here. Let me see. What this is, I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna have to reach out to KC to see what that's made out of, but the steel is not adhering to the magnet. I believe there is a certain type of steel that will not be picking up on the magnet. So all the hardware is T8. And it is titanium, so I did want to confirm that, and I'm doing this before the review so that I could check all of this just to make sure that everything is titanium instead of saying everything is titanium and then it not really being titanium. The other motivation behind this, the detent, a little light for my tasting. I'd like to go ahead and just strengthen it up a little bit, so I will be showing you that as well. I like to do that because I have a couple scale makers out there. I don't know if this would be one that anyone would ask about, but I do like to show close up. That way you can get a good inspection of everything. No washers on this one, riding directly on the liner itself. And then we're going to go ahead and make the adjustment. So the way that I see this now, I'm trying to use something to kind of gauge it. So I'm probably going to go just a little bit closer to the edge of that scale with the bend. I don't know how well that's showing up, but right now it's not quite flush. I don't think I have anything that I can do a better job of showing this to you guys either. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get it a little bit more flush, just a tiny bit. It doesn't need much of adjustment, just a little. All right, so I feel like that moves pretty easily. No, perhaps not, because we're kind of still in the same spot. All right, let's try that. Yeah, that moved it. So we're a little bit closer to the edge of the scale, so we'll try that. I don't want to do too much of an adjustment there. I just wanted to check it out and see what it was about. Also, we're going to go ahead and measure the pivot and the bearings. Looking at it, just a straight guess, looking like it's 5mm 364. So the smaller one, not the 316, but the smaller size. Going to go ahead and clean out the detent ball hole, clean out the pivot. Man, this thing is super clean. Coming straight from the factory. I got it yesterday, in the mail yesterday. Actually, it might have been 2 days ago, but close enough, right? There we go. We got the washers. I'm sorry, not the washers. We got the bearings out of there. I'm going to go ahead and leave these bearings in here since they've already kind of tracked. I've been fidgeting with it for a few days, and hopefully you can kind of see they already have a little track going, and I don't want to mess that up too much. But let's measure for anyone out there that may get to it a little bit sooner. And I probably could throw some bearings on there because they're not really deep. But let's see what we got here. My guess is tight 5mm. Love to see it. Nice job. Tooling is really good on these. Kubi's construction continues to impress me. And then I think it's 364 ball. Yeah, so it's 364. So these are a little bit smaller than the typical 1/16 that you see here. I do have these bearings, but again, it has a little bit of a track. I don't think it really needs it. I think the action on here is just fine. I know there's some of you out there that skiff everything. So 365mm 3/16 ball size. And I think those are now 15 ball counts. So it's like a big old difference. Now I don't do a ton of lube on here. I do just a little bit I don't think I cleaned this, guys. I don't think I cleaned the pivot. Let's see here. And this has been flipped, like I said, quite a few times. Just a little bit, just a little bit, excuse me, of dirt on that pivot. Not too bad at all. And then the way that this is done, it's notched, and it'll go into this notch here on this side. So when you throw it in, oop, sorry, the lube's a little slick there. I also did some mineral oil on here, trying to see if I got it lined up. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let me go ahead and just a little bit of lube, since it's seeping out there on the bearings. They don't need a lot. I mean, honestly, guys, these things were really quite good out of the box. And I have just a little bit left on my finger. Try picking it up with the dry hand, JD. And we'll drop the blade on. And I'm gonna, with the dry hand, put that over as well, putting the stamped open side facing into the blade because the blade is milled out, so that's how they sit perfectly. Go ahead and throw our steel liner on. There we go. Nice seating. Then you can go ahead and throw your scale over top of that. We'll go ahead and sandwich that down, grab our pivot. None of this was overly tightened, and there wasn't a lot of thread locker on here, if any at all. So we're just gonna go ahead, tighten it till it stops, and do the same here for the hardware screws. Nope, I totally missed, JD. Try that again. There we go. Simple. Well, let's save it until we actually get all these in here. But it's so far been a very simple, straightforward disassembly and maintenance. Yeah, so far it's going really well. I think this will be a pretty simple, straightforward disassembly and maintenance, guys. Love to see it. Also, side note, he did include on his paper the information about this one, that it is Lynch Northwest pocket clip compatible, which I think a lot of folks out there will be super excited about. There we go. No play. Very smooth. Oh yeah, and it was just a minor tweak to the detent on mine. I didn't do anything major as far as the detent is concerned. I just wanted to tune it up just a little bit, just to make it a little tiny bit snappier than it was from the factory, and I think I accomplished that. So let me know if you have any other questions about this one. I will have done the review first and published this after, but I will make sure and include in the review the size of the skiff bearings, because I think a lot of you do have that question. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, a like would be appreciated. Don't forget affiliate links down in the description, help the channel when you use those. And if you enjoyed the video, a comment would be appreciated. If you're not subscribed, definitely consider subscribing. Love to have you follow along. Special shout out and thanks to my channel members out there. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Hope you all have a fantastic week. Catch you on the next one. Peace.